What is going on, everybody? Numb Rage here, coming back with another Rager. And as you see here, like I said before, we simulated the last two games, and here are all the stats. Didn't have really a great game against the Falcons. Henry Ruggs went off. Kenyon Drake receiving went off. Rushing, he was non-existent. Chris Godwin went off. Mike Evans went off. O.J. Howard really didn't go off, so a little weird. Sim does not play O.J. Howard well at all. I take full advantage of him because he's a matchup nightmare for anybody. Didn't get a whole lot of pressure. 2 sacks on the day. Interceptions, 1 for Devin White. He still goes off on Sim. That's pretty nice. But other than that, the score was very bad. If you did see it. But here's the game against the Redskins. We only won by 3 here. Outgained them. Justin Herbert had an okay day. 335, one touchdown. Not a whole lot. No pass over 23 yards. Sacked 4 times. Kenyon Drake had an average game. And then the CPU likes to run Justin Herbert a lot. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Henry Ruggs all had a decent game. Henry Ruggs didn't have a great game, but O.J. Howard, once again, 1 catch, 13 yards. Not a whole lot of anything going on. Kenyon Drake with the only receiving touchdown. Defense, I believe Yannick Ngakoue actually got Player of the Week this week. He had 3 sacks, which was pretty cool. He doesn't really generate a whole lot of pressure in game. That's Shaq Barrett, which is very odd, that Yannick Ngakoue doesn't really generate a ton of pressure. He was an 82 overall when we got him. I believe he's an 84 now, if I'm not mistaken. He's been a solid player for us, and he's got, I think, I forgot how many sacks he's had, but we're about to see it anyways, honestly. So, we are in the divisional round. As you can see, we're playing the Rams, the 9-7 Rams. I like our chances in this. We're 79 overall, 79 offense, 79 defense. Justin Herbert led the league in passing, 4,800 yards, 38 touchdowns, 23 interceptions, and I will take credit for half of those interceptions. 60% completion percentage. Half of those interceptions are my fault, and the other half are CPU throwing the ball fault. So, whatever. Kenyon Drake with 1,400 yards and 6 tutties, 4.6 average, which is a great year for Kenyon Drake. But those 11 fumbles, if he doesn't shape up those fumbles next year, he's going to be on his way out. That's definite. We can't be having him turn over the ball. But O.J. Howard, 98 catches, 1,600 yards, 14 touchdowns. Long of 81. He averaged 100 yards a game. Henry Ruggs with 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns as well. Averaged 67 a game. Chris Godwin had a solid year as well. Mike Evans, a very down year in terms of receptions. Yards were there for the per was there, but I don't know. He just wasn't making those jump ball catches he was a year ago. When we did have a bad year, we did have a bad season, but Prince gave up a whole bunch of sacks. But in terms of Mike Evans, he still is superstar X Factor, and I think he turns 28 this year. So I don't believe he's going to regress until next year. He might regress a little bit, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he has 99 catching. And as you see defense here, the tackle numbers are inflated this series. I don't know why, but 13 sacks for Shaq Barrett, Yannick Ngakoue with 9.5, Vita Vea with 8.5, Devin White with 8. Mike Daniels had 7, which was a great acquisition. But this year we are going to need to look at D-tackle in the draft or free agency, whatever happens, Interceptions, Levante David was 7, Devin was 6, Jordan Whitehead with 5. Minka was 5 as well. Defensive touchdowns, we had quite a bit. 3 for Devin White, but Devin White also had 5 forced fumbles. He had a hell of a season, and you will see if he won Defensive Player of the Year or not, which was interesting. But yeah, as far as defensive go, we gave up a whole lot of yards, which I do not like. But we were there. We were always turning the ball over or something. And as you see, the kicker. What if y'all want to see this? Like I don't know. Like it's cool, I guess. Bradley Pinion had 50 punts. I don't know if that leads the league or not, but so he had second total offense, and I believe it was 29th in a total yards defense. But here are the MVP, Ezekiel Elliott, and then what really got to me is Justin Herbert's not on this list. I think completion percent, we did win Coach of the Year, though. Go us. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, completion percentage has a huge effect if you get anything. Because dude had almost 5,000 yards. But Devin White wins Defensive Player of the Year for the NFC. Levante David in there as well. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Derek King. Jake Fromm at number 2. We were at number 3 and 4 with Herbert and Henry Ruggs. We did not have any defensive rookies, but Isaiah Sims, Xavier McKinney, Shaheem Carter was in there at 10. Best QB was Justin Herbert, which is, I don't know. I don't even know what to think about that. And then best running back, we have 6, Kenyon Drake. Wide receiver, which really makes me very mad that O.J. Howard's not listed anywhere. So he's not going to get a development upgrade of any kind because of that. Like, there's not a best tight end, which is insane to me. Because I guess you go blocking or receiving. It should just be best tight end, and then, mainly the best tight ends are blocking and receiving tight ends, which OJ did both, We got best DB as well with MJ Stewart, or no, Jordan Whitehead, if you saw, because he led our team, almost led our DBs in interceptions with 5. And then we'll see around the league here as well for the NFL. We're at number 1, Matt Ryan at number 2, Patrick Mahomes at number 3. I'm not going through all of them, but most of them. Tom Brady, Jimmy G, Jameis Winston, Baker Mayfield down there. Touchdowns, we led the league. Patrick Mahomes just right behind us. Case Keenum with the Titans throwing 34. Baker Mayfield up there as well. Tua up there as well. Sorry, I do apologize. That was very rude. Interceptions, of course, we led the league. Jake Fromm right there because we picked him off a lot. But I am going to turn interceptions down before the playoff just because I feel like we get too many. I don't always feel like our DB, it's very hard to get really good, realistic sliders because if your coverage isn't there, but the opposing QB could be a 68 overall, but yet he's like 21 of 23 with 1 interception or 2 interceptions. And, those 2 interceptions could give y'all points, but at the same time, you made the better play. But, every time he's open, I just don't know what to do. Kenyon Drake, 3rd in rushing. Zeke had 18 touchdowns. I think that's kind of why he won MVP. He counted for a lot of touchdowns. 18. David Montgomery with 12. Josh Jacobs with 10. Tevin Coleman down there as well. Sam Darnold with 10 or 9. Fumbles, we led the league again. Both Justin Herbert and Kenyon Drake led the league in fumbles. Receiving, O.J. Howard leads the league in receiving yards. But yet, nothing. He gets nothing. No recognition for it in the game. They need to fix that. I don't know what it is they need to do, but they need to fix it. Because if he's not getting recognition, he's not getting dev upgrades. He's not getting anything. It makes me regret throwing to him, but he's kind of helped us. I mean, he's helped us win, apparently, Sorry, that was my puppy. Tyreek Hill up there with touchdowns. Julio Jones had 9. I mean, and then tackles, we led the league with Devin White. See, Ryan Shazier had 150. So, I mean, tackles are up. So it's not just us because we only had one person like that. Tackles for loss, 29 for us, 24 for Ndamukong Suh, Derek Wolfe in there, Geno Atkins in there, Chandler Jones, Jared Davis, sacks, Khalil Mack led the league. Cam Jordan was there, J.J. Watt, Von Miller. I don't know what it is, but we're not on there at all. And then because Shaq Barrett had 13.5 or 13, but yet it shows Devin White. That just baffles me. Interceptions, we were up there. You see all the interceptions here. I don't know if I do force fumble. I think I do force fumbles. Yeah, I did. Force fumbles, 5 for Bobby Wagner, 5 for us. Keanu Neal with 3. Touchdowns are up there. But anyways, if you like the video, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Next episode is the start of the playoffs. Let's hope we can go all the way this year. If not, we always got next year. But until next time.